Hi there to my wig friends out there. I am Nikki and welcome back to my channel. I am so happy, of course, because you are here and you must love wig reviews. Why else would you be? And this is the place to be for them. I'm telling you, I bring you the new drops, the oldies but goodies, and the ones that are kind of in between. I don't know how else to really describe them other than that, but let's just say I rotate a good variety of wigs for you, but I do try to bring you the new drops as quickly as I possibly can, and I do pre-film, so keep that in mind. But I would love for you to stick around for a while if this is your first time here, so please join the party, as I always say, and all you have to do is subscribe, click that button. Also, be sure to also click that little bell because I don't have a schedule, so it's kind of random as to when my uploads will be coming out, and I would hate for you to miss out on them, but by clicking that little bell you will get notified, and there you go, you won't miss any of them. And of course, if you have already subscribed, thank you so very much. I greatly do appreciate it. So today I'm reviewing this wig right here. I will say it again just in case you are new. I don't do the installation on camera. I feel it takes up a lot of unnecessary time. I would just rather tell you about the wig, the things that you need to know, and that is what I do. I tell you all of the important deets, so that way you can decide if it's the right wig for you or not. And in return, I always want to hear from you, so please give me your respectful feedback in the comments. Also, if there's a wig you'd like me to review, just let me know and I will look into it for you. And if you want to save some money on some wigs, I got you there too. I have a Poshmark closet with a lot of wigs for sale in there. Check it out. The link is in the description box. So, all right, let's go ahead and get on with it. And of course, I love to incorporate makeup with all of my videos, which is why I start off by showing you what I'm wearing for my eyeshadow look. So today, I am wearing the Culture palette from Juvia's Place. And of course, I always open it in case it's something you've never seen before. Here it is, a very colorful looking palette. And then I'm also wearing this duochrome gel from Unearthly Cosmetics, and this one is in the shade Molten, and that's what I have on my lids. It's stunning. All right, and speaking of stunning, let's talk about this wig. Oh my gosh. All right, so of course I will have the cap construction playing about right now, and I will show you the stock card, but today I have a wig from Sensationnel's DASHLY line, and she is unit number 29. So she is an HD lace front, and I have her in the color T6/27613. Naturally, she comes in other colors, and they're the ones you would pretty much expect from them, like the chunky highlights, the balayage, and then a couple natural colors as well. Excuse me. And then on here, all it says is that she has a deep center part with baby hair, and she is heat safe 350 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I picked her up from wigtypes for $30.95. So voila, here she is. And oh my gosh, I'm happy with this look. Oh my gosh, this curl pattern is stunning. Really stunning. This is a natural curl pattern too, and I will say she resembles the stock card very, very well. She's a little bit on the fuller side too, but with this curl pattern, I think it is very reasonable and appropriate, what you would expect, especially since they got the density just right. Because if the density was a little bit more, then I think she'd be a bit too overwhelming, but this is looking very natural and beautiful. I'm loving it. And also, you can wear her like this. I mean, you can do this with any wig, but I'm just saying if it's a little too full for you, you can just kind of do that. I think that looks really good too. So that can take away from that fullness if you don't like it. But obviously for reviews, I always wear it to the front, and also in my photos, I do that too. But I really like this. Now, I will say, if you notice this right here, it's a little bit looser. It came like that, and I wish it was more like mixed in the side here, then it wouldn't be so noticeable, but what can the girl do, right? Just gotta live with it. It's not the worst thing in the world. Maybe it makes it look a little more natural that way. I don't know, but it is what it is. It's just right there where everybody can see it, so I guess that's why I'm a little self-conscious about it, but either way, really pretty. She is approximately 26 inches long, I would guess. Now, normally I would say I'm 5'5", but I just went to the doctor and found out I shrunk an inch. Yeah, I was a little sad by that. But hey, I'm getting older, and when you get older, you typically shrink a little bit. So yes, I am 5'4" now. So your height can make a difference with the length. So just keep that in mind. But she's pretty long, and I think that this length is actually really good for her. You can do this also with any wig, but you can trim her up a little bit and bring her like to maybe 22 inches. I think that would be good. If you go a little too high, then I think she would be too overwhelming, but at least you have, excuse me, at least you have an option there, especially if she starts to get frayed or frizzy on the ends. Then I would say go ahead and trim her up so that way you get more use out of her. But I love the color. I've reviewed it before, but it's been a while. I have been going with the Chunky Highlight Blonde lately. I will eventually try the Chunky Highlight 27, but it is different between the regular Sensational wigs and the DASHLY units. I don't know why they changed it up, but they are not the same color between the two. So I wanted to do something different, and I thought with this style she'd be beautiful as a blonde, and I still feel that way. I love the blonde. I think it's really pretty. Has that golden honey hue to it because of that 27 mixed in. And then you have the 6 up here, which I think is perfect. If it was a 4, I think it'd be too dark. So it's not super harsh either. I like the blending of it. It cascades down perfectly. It looks like a professional color and professional blend. So that's always important too. But I think it's a flattering color too. A lot of colors are very flattering, but some just kind of pop a little bit more than others, and that's why I just think she would look perfect on every skin tone. So I like the color a lot. I think it hits nice off the light, so that luster is looking really good and healthy. How she feels is what I was expecting her to feel like. She has that a combination of silkiness and coarseness, not one really overpowering the other. It's just, you know, that good balance. What a lot of the wigs are typically feeling like. So she's not yucky, but again, she just feels very soft, and a combination of those two things. And I do think she feels very realistic. And I also always mention this too, if I think that the wig is multicultural, meaning it will look natural on you regardless of your race or ethnicity. And in my opinion, I think she is. So she will work out for everybody. All right, let me show you her from the side and the back. A lot of wigs look great down the back, including her. Of course, that's always another way to wear her, I think, with this style, because the hair's not, layers are not going to kind of like fall into the front. I think wearing her down the back would work really well. But of course, then you might have to worry a little bit more about tangling. And I just lost my earring. So we're just going to keep going on without the earring. But she, excuse me, she, what was I saying now? Oh yeah, she looks great down the back too. So you can wear it either way, of course. But the layer doesn't like fall down in the front looking all weird. But anyway, tangling low, like I said, is one issue you might have to worry about wearing it down the back. And that's for good reason. These types of styles tend to tangle a little bit more, and it's just the nature of the beast. And she does tangle. But with this curl pattern, it just kind of stays in place though for the most part. So she's not one you probably would have to constantly be messing with. But when you do, yeah, you're going to hit some tangles. I'm just trying to run my fingers through for you, and I'm coming across a couple here and there. Yeah, see, like right there. And of course, they're more towards the end, so you have to be extra careful, because then those ends are going to look frayed, like I mentioned before, and then you're probably going to have to trim her up or toss her, whichever one you want to do. But so is she one that you can get a lot of use out of? Probably not. If you want to wear her for a special event or just for a few hours, I think you would get more use out of her that way. Not that you can't wear her just to go running errands or to work or whatever the case may be. I'm just saying, if you wear her just for shorter periods of time, you're going to get more of your money's worth. And speaking of the price point, The DASHLY units always used to be in like the $20 range, like 26, 25. Now they're getting up in the 30 range. Not that that's a problem. It's still very, very reasonable, but they are going up in price. And their quality kind of remains the same in my opinion. But do I think she's worth that price? Yeah, I mean, I definitely do. But with the tangles, like I said, just be extra careful. I'm only using my fingers to comb through her. And shedding, yeah, I'm getting some like right here. Look at that. Yeah, there's some shedding happening. This color tends to shed a lot for some reason. I don't know why. I know they say the lighter the color, the more it sheds, but that's not necessarily always true. But this color, for some reason, likes to shed more. I don't know. But whatever. But it's only when you get those tangles where you're going to get a little bit more excessive shedding, which sometimes happens anyway. So just be aware of that too. But yeah, otherwise she's kind of low maintenance. I wouldn't have to worry too much. And the tangles she does have are a little harder to remove. So I will say it once again, just be a bit more careful with her. All right, so center part, which I think is perfect for this style. And it is pretty deep. I would say 6 inches, but they normally say this is about 5. So I don't know where 6 would be then. But anyway, it's a deep part, okay? And I like it. I think that it's a great width as well. It looks more natural. It's HD lace, so you can see a little bit of my wig cap there, but it's not anything I'm concerned about. She is laying super flat, which is also very important for blending. All I did was just put a little bit of powder in the part and a small amount of heat just around the crown here to shape her to the, you know, mold her, I'm sorry, to the shape of my head. And otherwise, that's all I had to do to get her ready. So that's awesome. Baby hairs, they're a little bit on the longer side, but for this style, I think that they work. Some are more prominent than others, as you can see right here. Other ones are just kind of more mixed up with the hair. So however you want to wear the baby hairs is, of course, completely up to you. I think leaving them out naturally like this looks really good, but do what you want. If you want to lay them down, go for that. She's got baby hairs going all the way around too. So with the edges here, naturally there's a slight bit of lift up, but it's not bad at all. And you can see here that shape. It covers up the natural edges pretty well. So I think she's easy to blend with your own if you want to show a little bit like I did there. And then same thing over here on this side. So of course she's not pre-plucked, so this is what you would expect anyway. So I'm not complaining. Shape again comes right up above each ear. So she is ear to ear lace. I always keep forgetting to check. No, she does not have ear tabs, so some will find that really comfortable. Overall, she's really comfortable to wear too. And she had some decent stretchability. There is some room in the cap, so she's a little bit more than average size in my opinion for the cap. And I do also think she's larger head friendly. But she's definitely serving up the body, the beautiful bounce test I forgot to do earlier, but you probably saw it in my intro. But yeah, she's a really good wig. I know that these DASHLY units can be hit or misses, just as any other wig can be, but it seems like this line is a little bit more that way. But I like her. She is a winner. So guess what I am going to do? I'm going to recommend her. Yes, 2 thumbs up for sure. Highly recommend this unit. That is my opinion. You don't have to go with it, but I told you what you need to know so you can decide for yourself. But I do think she's a good one, and I think a lot of people will be happy with her. So that is my review and recommendation for DASHLY Unit 29. Don't forget to tell me your thoughts down below. Let me know if you do have her, because I'd like to know what color you have her in and how you feel about her now that you do have her. And also let me know if you decide to go pick her up after watching this review. That is it. Thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate it. And I guess I'll just catch you next time in my next video. So until next time, bye-bye.